been a while since I did a predictions video about Formula One. I actually forgot the last race. I completely forgot. I mean, we had such a massive intermission in the season that I just forgot that I was doing this series. But yeah, this time we're actually back, and I remembered to do the predictions this time. So, without further ado, let's get right into them, like right from the beginning, I guess. I guess we can start by predicting qualifying. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna predict um, the cars that end up not reaching Q2, getting out in Q1, and then I'll predict the order in Q3. So in Q1, I'm actually gonna go for a wild card here. In P20, I'm gonna be predicting Bottas. P19, Paris. Um, P18, Lance Stroll. Actually, no. P22, Bottas. P21, Paris. P20, Lance Stroll. Then we're gonna have problems in the car for one Haas and one Audi, and they're both not gonna qualify due to that. So in reality, I would have to put these two in last place. So, but I'm not gonna repeat what I said. So yeah, Fernando Alonso gets passed to Q2. This time around by a miracle, he ends up managing to get into Q2 with the Aston Martin. He's gonna end up at the bottom of Q2 anyway, but yeah, he gets into Q2. Let's get into Q3 though. That's the part that most people care about. We'll start from the bottom and go up. So yeah, the bottom three spots of Q3. Because I mean the top seven we already know who those seven drivers are gonna be. The bottom three, I mean you usually have the Alpines, and then Adger, though Adger is starting to struggle with the car again. Um, but yeah, let me see. Audi's not going to be in Q3. Williams, As is definitely not going to be in Q3 either. I don't think they're definitely firmly a Q2 car for now. They're going to be ring upgrades though, aren't they? So maybe Haas can actually do something. Racing Bulls brought upgrades last week or last race, but they seem to get worse. They seem to have gotten worse with the upgrades somehow. Taking taking some notes from the Aston Martin playbook, it seems. I don't know if they're gonna be able to fix their car this time around. I'm not really gonna bet on them though. So I mean, the two Alpines still get into Q3. I think they're too strong compared to the competition. The real question is who is the last spot. It's either gonna be a Williams or a Haas. I think. Again, maybe the RB if they fix their car, but I'm going under the assumption that they did not fix their car and that there was fundamental issues with the upgrades. And if that's the case, it's going to be either a Williams or a Haas. And if it's going to be a Williams or a Haas, it's going to be the Carlos Sainz or the Oliverman, which frankly are just better than their teammates. Overall, they're just the better teammate. Yeah, I mean, Ocon definitely disappointed me after his change to Haas. To be honest, I mean, I thought he was a bit better than that. But yeah, I mean, I think he's doing a little bit better this year, but I mean, still being this close to someone in their second year is pretty embarrassing for Ocon, honestly. Even if it's just, tying up. I mean, the guy is in the second season, Oliver. How many seasons has Ocon been running around? Like, come on, man. It definitely has been disappointing this season. So yeah, I mean, between Bergman and Sainz, I think P10 is gonna be Franco Colapinto. P9 is gonna be Bergman. He's gonna pull some crazy lap, reminiscing of last year where he would pull some crazy qualification laps. He's gonna reach P9, and P8 is gonna be Gasly. Then from P7 up, we have the battle of the top teams. Ferrari, are they bringing an upgrade? I don't know, honestly. I'm not sure if they're bringing an upgrade or not. Anyway, P7 is gonna be Lewis Hamilton. Yeah, it's gonna be Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton is gonna start falling back into his habits on qualifying, I feel like. Just like last season, he started very well. He started decently at the beginning, then fell off completely after a few races. I think the same is gonna happen this year. Um, P6 between Charles and Max. I don't know, man. Red Bull was very strong last race, but I don't think it's gonna suit them as well, Canada. So I guess I'm gonna go for Max here. P6 for Max and P5 for Charles. Then the top four is McLaren versus Mercedes. McLaren is actually bringing the biggest amount of upgrades, which is crazy considering that they already brought a bunch of upgrades last race. So, I mean, damn, I do think Kimi is gonna flop this race. I mean, I've been predicting Kimi to flop for how many races now? I'm just giving him reverse karma, I guess. But yeah, he's gonna flop and he's gonna end up in fourth. Piastri is gonna end up in third. Then the win. I mean, I remember that last year Piastri was better than Lando here. Yeah, I mean, Lando was the one that crashed himself out trying to get past Piastri, wasn't he? So actually, maybe the opposite. Lando is gonna end up qualifying behind Piastri. So yeah, let's do a little bit of a cheeky move, because usually, I guess, between the two of them, I would bet on Lando on qualifying. But yeah, let's do Lando in third. Piastri in second, and George Russell in first. I still think the Mercedes is going to be, at least in qualifying, a little bit better, even if they have less upgrades than McLaren. They're also going to bring theirs. I don't think McLaren is going to quite reach Mercedes, at least on qualifying. On race pace, though, they might genuinely be better than Mercedes at this point. Because I have no doubts that the McLaren has a better chassis and aero package than Mercedes does. I have no doubts about that. So yeah, in the race, I mean, Charles Leclerc is gonna go forward. I mean, he's gonna screw Kimi even more. So I mean, if Max ends up behind the Ferraris, Kimi is screwed because he's losing 2 places at the start. Whoever is in fourth place is gonna be completely screwed by the Ferraris. So yeah, early on, I think the McLarens are gonna be safe, and I think George is probably gonna be able to keep the lead. The winner of the race, though, I mean, I'm gonna have to give it to George. I mean, it has to happen. The podium is gonna be that exact thing. It's gonna be George, Piastri, and Lando. That's the podium. I think Kimi is gonna have a terrible race, though, so I don't even think he's gonna end up fourth. I'm gonna predict Max ends up fourth. because Red Bull pulls a strategy masterclass out of the bag, and bags Max the 4th place. He isn't gonna be on the podium just yet. Then Charles ends up in 5th. Lewis in 6th. Nah, I mean, no. Yeah, Kimi in 6th, Lewis in 7th. I just don't see Lewis beating Kimi. I mean, I don't see it happening. Then yeah, that's the first 7 places. Then yeah, 8th, I mean, I don't think anyone is beating Gasly either. I mean, Colapinto is probably gonna get past Behrman in the race. And as for the 10th spot, I'm gonna bet on actually Sainz getting the 10th place. I'm also going to bet that Alonso manages to not end up in a Q1 position in the race. So he ends up above a Q1 position in the race. So 22nd, last 4 last year. So above 16th, at least 15th. Which, yeah, I mean, that's asking a lot, but I do think there's going to be DNFs. I think at least one of the Audis is going to DNF again. They're definitely having a lot of issues with their car. There's going to be rain, so there's going to be crashes. So, I don't know who is going to crash. Maybe Kimi Antonelli crashes. I mean, he got his ass saved last year in Australia during the rain. But he was definitely sliding his way towards the wall. And especially if he gets left behind and tries to force himself to re-overtake the people that he lost positions to, there's a very high chance that he just crashes himself if it's rain. But yeah, there's going to be a few DNFs, and Alonso's going to benefit, not for any points, but I guess for some moral victory. I was talking about already something else. I was going to predict the DNFs. Again, Audi, I think they're going to have some mechanical problem. One of them is going to have a mechanical problem. He's going to retire from the race. There's going to be at least one crash, either driver related or driver related DNF, I'd say. At least one. So, yeah. And is there anything else that I really want to say? I don't think there's anything else to predict here, though. Yeah, I mean, the good surprise. I mean, I'm banking on Fernando Alonso, I guess. That's my good surprise. My stinker of a performance is going to be Kimi Antonelli. I've been hammering on the Kimi Antonelli stinker performance for a while, and it's just not happening. It has to happen eventually. It's gonna happen. One day I'm gonna be right, and I think it's this weekend. Just like I think all weekends so far. But yeah, I think that's about it. I think that's it. Those are my predictions. Let's see how many of them actually end up being real, or if I'm gonna be humiliated again come Sunday. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching the video. Leave any predictions you may have in the comments, and see you on the next one. I'm out.